Ebou, always good to see you. It's been a busy week and it didn't start the way you wanted it to on Saturday. Give us your view on what happened in Oxford at the weekend.
If I had a choice, I wouldn't want to go through it, but nah, it's very disappointing. I don't think that performance was a derby performance for probably the first 50 minutes onwards. I think it was more like the simple things, the basics, and if you don't do the basics, that's what ends up happening. And that's a lesson for us to learn, that you have to show up no matter who you're playing against, because there's no walk in the park in this league.
Collectively, as a dressing room, were you all surprised at that performance, especially off the back of the international break and at this stage of the season?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because we have to take accountability for ourselves, because that's on us. That's on us as players to perform. Because like I said, if you don't do the basics as a player, then what's the point of turning up to a game? And like I said, if you don't do the basics, then you end up having a game like that, which we want to forget about so quick, and hopefully move on to the next one to rectify it.
We're 10 games in, which has become like a marker for how things stand. I mean, is that fair, firstly? Is this a good point to sort of reflect on things?
I'll be honest with you, like the situation we're in, I'd rather it happen now than towards the end of the season, because there's a lot of time to put it right. And we can't, like I said, as well as I'm saying that, we can't waste time in doing that. We have to start now. Not start tomorrow, start now in training, start performing, and then we can lay that performance in training into a game, and then hopefully start collecting points, because at the end of the day, that's what matters.
What are the things you need to do differently, do better going forward?
Like I said, from Saturday games, it's the basics: winning your duels, getting the ball in the box, being positive, getting on the ball, trying things, and that's what wins your game, really. So if we can go into a game with being positive, being strong on the ball, or winning our duels, and like I said, doing the basics gives you the platform to try them things, to be creative, to get in the final third, to get crosses in, to get shots off. And if you do that more often than not, you've got more chance of scoring.
When you look back at the success you've had here, staying up last season, promotion the season before, does it start with those basic things?
Yeah, to get promoted, you have to do the basics continuous from day one to the last game of the season, and to stay up, it's just the same thing. It's no difference. It's just that at the minute that game, we were off it, and I think as the players we have to take accountability, and myself also, that we have to step up, because you can be given so many tactics: run here, do that, try this. But like I said, if I'm not doing the basics, or someone's not doing the basics, then you really got no chance. And that's the hard graft. I think you got to work hard before you can produce your little craft and your talent into a game. And yeah, I think for me, once you do the basics, that's the platform to enjoy the game. And like I said, try get the points on the board. And I think Saturday's gone now. We look at it back, and with luckily Tuesday's around the corner, and we can rectify it.
On you personally, wearing the armband again at the moment with Lewis Travis not available, you've been formally confirmed as the club's vice-captain as well. I know the sort of title won't matter to you or affect how you play, but is it nice to have that accolade?
It's always nice. Like I said, it's always nice. And do you know what? Like, if some would say I've lost it or given it up to Travis, he's just as good as leaders. And look, he's come in and he's got the armband, and I still talk to him as a brother. And we get along like a house on fire, so it's good. Like, I can learn from him, and he can learn from me, and wherever it is, I wear the armband or he wears the armband, like, I'm just gonna enjoy the day. And do you know what? You're wearing it for a big club anyway, so, and I play for the team, so that's what matters for me. And as long as we can pick up points, that's what makes me happy.
I remember the game against Blackburn at Pride Park last season, where the two of you had a bit of a running battle. I get the sense he's the sort of guy you hate to play against and you love to play with. Bit like you, to be fair.
It's funny, because when I was told about I was playing against him, I said I can't wait, because I love playing against players that like maybe similar to me, or like have that little passion for the game that always want to win. And funny enough, we spoke about it, and we laugh and joke about that day. So like I said, it was a game where both of us wanted to win, and it shows the passion that we both had. And now we got that on the same team, and hopefully we can progress that around the whole changing room and whole fans, and hopefully we can emulate that and continue picking up points.
There's been a lot of changes over the summer since the end of last season. a lot of experiences coming as well. How different is the leadership group even beyond just the captaincy?
Do you know what? I think the captain armband is just the captain armband, and the thing I like is about the group now that everyone has a voice, and that's the good thing about like me and Travis. As much as we're leaders, it doesn't mean we're the only voices. Like we come in and listen, we sit down, and then everyone has a voice to talk and let their feelings be known, and that's important because it's not just about being the boss. I think it's being leaders, as in letting everyone give a chance for everyone to speak and everyone to express themselves, and I think that's important. And like I said, look, it's a big change. I tend to forget that, but I think it's now time to knuckle down as a group, and I think it's a good group. It's a great group, and like I said, we just have to knuckle down and start winning games, which is sadly the business thing of football, isn't it?
Yeah, and 2 chances to do that this week and do that at home as well, starting with Norwich on Tuesday. How desperate are you for this first home win?
It's always nice to get it as quick as possible, isn't it? And look, we'll just take it as a normal game. I don't think we need to put any more pressure on ourselves. Look, I know the situation we're in right now is it's not ideal, but look, that's life. If it was a straight road, I'll be on that road. But it's always a bumpy road. Sometimes you take the wrong road and it's a really bumpy road. You get a bit of a mess. But this is what you need to go through to make leaders or to make characters in the change room. So yeah, we're going through it. And that's what it is. Now it's up to us to go through it, get through the weather, the storm, and get through and get out of it, and then there'll be sunshine in the road.